So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Geis. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Taken in by the tight end Herndon. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
There we go, baby.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Geis. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
New York.
A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Packers nothing. Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete here. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Down and 9.
On third down. He'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Aaron Jones.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
For number 15, incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They start on the ground with Geis. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Jets 7, Packers nothing.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got Herndon, his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Catch made here by Campbell. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Number 24.
17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down. Campbell. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And 10 at the 45-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
First and 10.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
The ball carrier.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 43-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Mike 20, Mike 20. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Ready?
And he comes back with one complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Touchdown.
Punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, let three. 19 tackle, 19 tackle.
He's got his man on the crossing route.
The pass.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Michael Badgley lining up.
And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get... What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets...
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they get the score with a clock at all zeros. Now, are they gutsy here in the second quarter and go for two?
I think they go ahead and kick the ball through the post. Down one at that stage. Yeah, I know. No guts, no glory, right? But I think they kick it through the post. They'll feel like they're tied. They'll feel like it's an even game.
And now how about this? They'll go for two and try to get to the locker room with a tie ball game. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play and two more for good measure. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Ain't here like I ain't that savage.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
3 yards remain for second down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just have receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's second and 1.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. The average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Complete to Chris Herndon.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Denzel Mims. Incomplete.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Down and goal at the 7-yard line.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll set up a throw. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have taken the lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Badgley now to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. They begin with a quick throw out left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Complete to number 15. Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
You ready? Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. I got you.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
On first down, it's Jones. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Going to throw right side here, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
the play fake. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Packers 28, Jets 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. On first down, this is Geis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
A 4-receiver set here, 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Here we go, D. Check 43. Hawk 70.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll go again to Jones. Number 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now back to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? Let's say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
You hate to get the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you just hold a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown.
The kicker.
That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking to plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
And 8.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, Mike, 58.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
7.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
To the Oklahoma 18. Blue down. 58, come on.
And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And that is no good.
No good.
And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They are on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And not much trouble for the 49ers in that when they opened the lead a bit further. A win would be their second on the young season. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Packers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go.